Hey, 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 good evening, beautiful people of YouTube. It's your girl, Beautifully Witchy, along with Miss Trinity. A day late, but better late than never for this week's Affirmation and Magnificent Monday, a la Terrific Tuesday. So, hopefully, you all are having a good start to your week. To those of you who may have lost a loved one this past week, sending light and love and condolences to you and your families, as losing a loved one is never an easy thing to go through. To those of you who got married this past week, congratulations on your recent nuptials, and I wish you all a lifetime of love and happiness. Well, we are officially 1 week away from Halloween, Samhain, so I hope everybody is prepared to celebrate no matter which tradition you celebrate, or if you're like me and do both. So I definitely have my stuff ready for my Samhain ceremony, and I actually have most of Halloween off because I actually have next Monday night off because I had to figure out a way to use the rest of my time, the last little bit of the time I had left, because with my job, I'm working one of those jobs where with your PTO and sick time, it doesn't roll over, so it's use it or lose it. So why not? And I actually have a half day on Halloween slash November the 1st. So I got a little bit of time off next week. So I definitely will be prepared. To those of you who may not be aware, and to my fellow Splatoon players, Splatoon 3 is having a Halloween themed Splatfest this weekend. And the theme is, who would you rather have as best friend? A zombie, a skeleton, or a ghost? So I actually am Team Skeleton. And I have to say, I have seen some pretty neat skeleton decorations online, mostly on Facebook, and the Halloween party that I went to over the weekend, I actually saw some skeletons there as well. So definitely good luck to all three sides, but go Team Skeleton. But speaking of Ghost, I actually ordered this little Adopt a Ghost from a Wish Day site, and it's a little, it's probably a little smaller than Miss Trinity here, but it's a felt ghost. So my ghost name is Lobby. Um, was born in December of 1919, so almost 104-year-old ghost. And it's funny because I actually had a dream last week where I was actually talking to a ghost named George. And of course, my mom was in the dream, and she's like, "Who are you talking to?" It's like, "I'm talking to George," because I always say that we have a prankster spirit, and I named him George. So, I apparently I manifested George in a dream. So, but after I had the dream, and I definitely wasn't afraid, because I remember looking up at the ceiling and there's a little red light, and then when George made his presence known, there was a small blinking white light over the red light, so I knew that was George for sure. So yeah, so it was kind of interesting. So I'm like, and I just got the thing saying that my battery's at 10%, so I can't keep this going too long. So it just made me think. It's like, maybe in another life I actually can talk to the dead. But it is what it is. So this week I am listening to the final book in the Bone Witch series, and this one is called The Shadow Glass, and I have 4 hours left, so I will definitely be finishing it tonight slash tomorrow morning. Um, so so far it's basically um certain people that I thought weren't gonna die have died, and it's been like, damn. So, and the Shadow Glass is by the author Rin Chupeco. So I definitely recommend um checking out the Bone Witch trilogy. So it was The Bone Witch, The Heart Forger, and the last book that I'm currently listening to once again is The Shadow Glass. So basically, it's Tia, who's a bone witch. She's basically telling her story, and it's kind of going like, as she's like at near the end of her story, but she's telling the story and it's going backwards to how she got to where she is. So to kind of sum up, so basically she has a silver heart's glass, which she could either become an Asha or a Death Seeker, and they work with dark rune and dark magic. So she ends up becoming a Bone Witch, and she ends up becoming an Asha, and death and destruction pretty much follows her wherever she goes. So she ends up raising her brother from the dead after he gets killed in battle. Um, Her mentor, I found out in the second book, ends up dying. And so far in this book, another one of our Asher sisters is killed by I want to say it's a Deva. Um, she ends up blacking out and murdering one of her sisters, which is like, wow. So it's definitely intense, but definitely well worth the read or the listen to if you got Audible like I do. So I definitely will give you feedback on the Shadow Glass once I completely finish it. But so far, it has been phenomenal. So I already have my book lined up for next week. So it because actually I just got my monthly credit from Audible. So the next book that I'm going to be listening to is called Satan's Affair, and I want to say it's by CH somebody. Don't quote me on that. I'll definitely let you guys know next Monday. Definitely for sure. So there is that. But I'm definitely looking forward to this weekend. I definitely got to go get some candy and some snacks to go participate in the Splatfest. So me and my dad both have 2 month subscriptions to Apple Music, so we're definitely going to be adding some more music to our collection. So Moonchild's got an EP dropping next month. Um, Amber Narvin from Moonchild, she's got a solo project dropping next month. It's called Knock on the Orange Door, so we'll definitely be adding that to our collection because we definitely are big fans of Moonchild. Um, we've also been introduced to this new artist called October London, and his album's called The Rebirth of Marvin, and he definitely sounds like Marvin Gaye. So we've heard his we've heard his work, and we definitely will be adding that to the collection. So there is that. So I'm definitely still watching the Halloween specials. Right now I'm watching The Great Mouse Detective. Even though it's not Halloween themed, it fits because it's a good mystery. And of course, I'm a big Disney fan, and it happens to be one, excuse me, one of my favorite Disney movies. So there is that. So work hasn't been too bad. We did have a heavy drop last night at 11 o'clock, and we only had 10 pieces at 4 o'clock. So, you know, just that balance. So it is what it is. We know it'll be picking up here within the next few weeks and then within the next month. So we enjoyed the little downtime, if you can think of it that way, when we can. So there is that. What else is going on? So Dad and I went to the Halloween party thrown by by Thomas and West. It was Fete Noir, and it was the 30th year that they've been doing it, and we definitely had fun. I definitely took pictures. They had people doing work doing shows with fire, so I definitely got some video of that. Dad went as Michael Myers from Halloween. He was a big hit. So, and I went as the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. I saw one of my former coworkers and mom's former coworkers, Leslie. I got to hug her and catch up with her a little bit. And she said I about made her cry because I look just like mom. And Les like, yeah, I've gotten told that, and I definitely see mom's face when I look in the mirror. So it is what it is. So, but I definitely had fun. Didn't really eat anything. They had some snacks and they had corn dogs, but I don't do corn dogs, so I ended up having a salmon salad from Publix, so I ended up eating that when we came back home. They did have some little alcoholic whipped cream shots. I did end up getting two of those and getting a nice little buzz. So there is that. But with Fete Noir, it was the last time that they would be doing it at their house. Don't know if it's going to be the final time that they're going to be doing it, but you know, out of the 30 years, we went for at least half of those years. So, and of course, mom is always missed at the Fete Noir party. So I'm glad that me and dad got to go and we had fun. So, um, parking was hectic as usual, so we ended up having to plot to park about a block away, and then just it was just like a short little walk. So their house is like here, so we had to park like a little ways and up around the corner. There was a house that used to be next to them, but it's now an empty lot because I think they live where they live in a flood zone. So that house, I guess it got torn down or whatever the case may be, so people were able to park in that empty space. But all in all, a good time was had and no shenanigans went on. No major shenanigans went on aside from people being drunk. Let's see, anything else going on? I did not go to the cemetery like I was planning to. I may end up doing that this weekend since or I might do it maybe next week before Halloween and Samhain. I'll, if not, if I don't do it this weekend, then I'll do it sometime next week or next weekend. So it's all good. So there is that. So since we do have to do the weekly affirmation, this one comes from the I Am Bar Blend, and this one says, I am worthy, and it says, I know my excellence, and I settle for nothing less. So India.Arie has a song and an album called Worthy, and she summed it up best. Every one of us is worthy. So I think, we have times where we don't feel like we're worthy, whether it be of success, of love, of happiness, and everybody has those moments of doubt. But, if, you know, if God can love us unconditionally and think we're worthy, no, aside, despite the fact that, we have songs that say I'm not worthy. I'm not one of those people that really believes in that logic anymore. So, you do have to know your worth and know what you will and you won't settle for. So, there is my takeaway from that. But on that note, beautiful people, I will go ahead and well, let me rephrase that. Me and Miss Trinity here will go ahead and bid you all adieu. But we will definitely see you guys on Monday. And we may pop in on the 31st to wish everybody a happy Halloween and a blessed Samhain. So if we don't see you on Halloween and Samhain, we'll definitely see you on Monday. But like I always say, you all have a good day, have a good week. Don't let anybody get you down. Keep your vibrations and energies high. Continue to stay safe. Spread love. Give somebody a hug. If you got gorgeous weather wherever you are, make sure you get out and enjoy the sunshine. But you all have a good rest of your week. Good luck to my fellow Splatoon 3 players. I look forward to playing with y'all and against y'all in the Splatfest. Once again, good luck to all three teams, but go Team Skeletons. All right, we will see you beautiful people next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. See y'all next week. Bye, y'all.